A Kingdom of Flesh and A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, When Love is a Battlefield. Part 1. Introduction. The Shattering of Faith. Welcome back to the channel. Everything Poppy ever believed in was a lie. The gods she prayed to, the veil she wore, and the kingdom she was destined to save. All of it was a carefully constructed deception. But the most painful lie of all? It was the man she had begun to give her heart to. At the end of Book 1, Poppy's world was set ablaze when she realized that Casteel Da'Neer was not the humble guard she thought he was. He is the Dark One, the Prince of Atlantia, and the sworn enemy of her people. Now, in the heart-pounding sequel, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, Poppy is no longer a maiden. She is a captive of the very man who betrayed her trust. As they journey toward the hidden kingdom of Atlantia, Poppy is faced with an agonizing choice. Does she trust the man who lied to her in order to save her soul, or does she remain a loyal pawn to the rulers who treated her like a bird in a cage? Today, we decode a story where the lines between love and hate are drawn in blood and fire. Part 2. The Journey to Atlantia. The Rise of Instinct. This installment follows the perilous trek across the borders of Solis and into the unknown lands of Atlantia. For Poppy, this is not just a physical journey, but a brutal psychological awakening. A. Betrayal and the hunger for vengeance. Poppy is no longer the submissive maiden. She spends the first half of this story grappling with the rage of being used. Her interactions with Casteel are electric, filled with sword-point confrontations and sharp-tongued banter. She wants to hate him. She even tries to kill him, but she cannot ignore the fire he has ignited within her. JenniferLArmentrout masterfully uses these enemies-to-lovers tensions to show Poppy's transition from a victim of her past to an architect of her future. B. The horrific truth of the Ascended. As they travel, the veil is truly lifted. Poppy discovers the gut-wrenching truth about the Ascended, the elite class of her former home. She learns that the blessings she once witnessed were not divine acts, but a blood-soaked ritual of parasitic greed. This realization is the final nail in the coffin of her old life. She begins to understand that the monsters she was taught to fear might actually be the heroes, and the saints she worshipped are the true monsters. C. The heartmate connection. Despite her efforts to resist, Poppy's bond with Casteel deepens into something ancient and undeniable. In this universe, love is more than just a feeling. It is a heartmate connection, a soul-deep energy that links two destinies together. Casteel isn't just looking for a queen. He is looking for his other half. Their romance becomes a refuge in a world that is literally falling apart around them. Part 3. An Expanding World. Woven and Ancient Secrets. One of the greatest achievements of A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire is the massive expansion of the series' lore and world building. The Woven. We are introduced to the Woven, majestic, powerful beings capable of shifting into wolves, bound by an ancient oath of loyalty to the Atlantean royal line. The introduction of Kieran, Casteel's best friend and protector, adds a fresh layer to the story. The banter between Poppy, Casteel, and Kieran provides much-needed humor and warmth, while also showing the deep, sacrificial bonds of the Atlantean people. Ancient deities and dragons. As Poppy's own powers begin to manifest in strange and terrifying ways, the book drops clues about her true origin. There are whispers of dragons, ancient gods, and a lineage that goes back to the dawn of time. The scope of the story shifts from a local rebellion to a cosmic conflict, making the reader realize that Poppy is the key to a door that hasn't been opened in millennia. Part 4. The Importance of Book 2. Identity and Ascension. Why is this second volume so critical to the saga? Because it is the crucible in which Poppy is forged. The Identity Crisis. This is the phase where Poppy must kill the maiden inside her to let the queen be born. She struggles with her identity. Is she a Solis noble, an Atlantean captive, or something entirely different. By embracing her instinct and her weapon, she finally takes ownership of her life. She stops being a prize to be protected and starts being a warrior who protects others. The grand finale. The ending of A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire is one of the most cinematic and awe-inspiring climaxes in modern fantasy. On the steps of a distant fortress, surrounded by enemies and allies alike, Poppy's true power erupts. It is a moment of pure, unadulterated divinity that forces the entire world to stop and look. It isn't just a battle, it is an ascension. It marks the moment where she is no longer a guest in Casteel's world. She is the center of it. The fear and reverence in the eyes of those watching her sets the stage for the massive power shifts in Book 3. Part 5. Conclusion. The Battle for the Self. In the end, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire teaches us a powerful lesson. Loving an enemy is a risk, but believing in yourself is the greatest battle of all. Poppy found her voice not in a palace, but in the wild, and not through a veil, but through blood and fire. The 31-book milestone wrap-up. And here we are, continuing our journey through a staggering 31 books. We have explored the heights of human innovation with Steve Jobs, the depths of corporate greed with Enron, the psychological mazes of Stephen King, and now the epic magical transformation of Poppy Da'Neer. Every book we decode adds a new dimension to our understanding of courage, identity, and power. Thank you for being part of this 31 script odyssey. Your curiosity is what keeps this library of knowledge growing every day. Before we move to the next chapter, do you think Poppy's choice to trust Casteel was a sign of strength or a sign of weakness? And which character do you think has had the most growth so far? Poppy or Casteel? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We've conquered 31 books and the horizon is still expanding. Until our next journey starts, stay curious, stay brave, and keep reading. Goodbye.